Hey guys, welcome back to the first episode of MW6 Coasters. Today we're going to be ranking the top 10 roller coasters I've ridden. And I've ridden 32 coasters, so it's pretty easy to make the top 10. But there's some rides that couldn't quite make the list. So here they all are from 15. Here are the coasters that just missed the cut. We got Boomerang Coast to Coaster at Six Flags Fiesta Texas, Runaway Coaster Mountain Coaster at it's just a mountain coaster in Branson. Then at number 13, we got Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure at Universal Orlando. And then we got Goliath at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. And then we got the Branson Coaster, which is just a mountain coaster. So, yeah. And then my least favorite coaster is Thunderation. I just wanted to tell you guys that. So let's start the video. Starting out the list is Wavebreaker, the rescue coaster at SeaWorld San Antonio. This coaster, it's pure fun, dude. Like, you guys might be calling me weird for putting this at number 10, but it really is a fun ride. It really is. I think it's super underrated. It really is underrated. But the only critique I have about it is that this room right here that we're in, the pre-launch room, I think SeaWorld kind of cheaped out with it. It's a little cheap, but you know what? That's fine. It's not really there's no really real coaster elements in there. So then you launch out, and people say this launch is weak, but I don't think so. That gives plenty of floater airtime. I wouldn't say it gives Jector more floater. And then you go on the island, and you go over, do some twists and turns, and then you go by this brick wall. How did that get there? But then you do another launch, and that just looks like the first launch, just in a slightly different location, or the first hill in a slightly different location. Then you do a twist and turn over the SeaWorld Island. Then you twist and turn it back to twist back to the mainland, ending the ride on Wavebreaker the Rescue Coaster at SeaWorld San Antonio in San Antonio, Texas. At number 9, we got Superman Krypton Coaster at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. Now, this ride, I don't have much to say about it. I like it. The inversions are all fun. I love the first drop. And, well, I don't have much else to say about it. I will say this mid-course brake run, that's mid-course brake runs done right. Just saying, so. Yeah, and then the final two corkscrews, I love these. They kind of look like Kumbas at Busch Gardens, Tampa. But, yeah, I love the corkscrews. And then after that, the ride ends. So yeah, it's a pretty good ride. But I do need to get a couple more rides on it to make a real opinion on it. At number 8 is Canyon Blaster at the Adventure Dome in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is actually part of the Circus hotel. And I find this really fun. I also went in with really low expectations, but I actually got a kick out of it. The two vertical loops are great. This first part after that lift hill, it's a little pre-drop, and then this turnaround by the rocks, that's great. And this drop right here, I was in the back row, and I got pretty good airtime. That loop is not that intense, but this loop is intense. That loop is intense. Then you go, that's a pretty bad transition right there. But then you go into two corkscrews. And then you go into the caves and the rocks. After that, you do another helix, and then you go into the rig. So yeah, that's Canyon Blaster. At number 7, we got Wildcat at Frontier City. This ride is the most underrated ride ever, even more than Wavebreaker. People say it's like if they're 25 worst coasters though. This is great. This is too great to be at Frontier City. The airtime on it is nuts. The first drop is pretty good. The queue is Actually, it was decent for this part. It's decent with some roller coasters in history. And the turnaround, it's pretty good. And then more airtime hills, and yeah, I will say it can be a little jackhammering, but you know that's fine. You'll get used to it. But this is a harsh mid-course break or final breaks. So yeah, it's a really good ride. It actually used to be my number one coaster back a year ago, which is surprising. At the number At the number 7 spot is Great White at SeaWorld San Antonio. I'm pretty sure. I might have. Yeah, no, number 6. Yeah, number 6. This ride is just a Batman clone. I've run a Goliath before. And it's solid. It's solid. Not much else to say there, but, yeah, it's really intense. It's really intense. I highly recommend it, and it's actually pretty smooth. Goliath didn't make the list because it's my last ride was terrible. So yeah, that's Great White at SeaWorld San Antonio. 2 coasters from SeaWorld already. Underrated coaster lineup. I don't know. Coming in at number 5 is El Loco at the Adventure Dome. 2 coasters from the Adventure Dome. Wow, that's insane. This ride is nuts. It's nuts. It's really fast paced. Hang time is nuts. The first drop is great. And then you go in and to this mid-course break one, which is, it doesn't really slow down, but it's fine, but it makes that element way better. Then you go into this downward helix, then you go into a barrel roll, and then that's a great airtime moment, and then you slow down, making this element even better, and then that mid-course makes this dive loop even better. This coaster is great. So yeah, coming in at number 4 is Wonder Woman Golden Lasso Coaster at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. This is where we enter the elite rides. So Wonder Woman Golden Lasso is really fast-paced, but I was expecting it to be a little faster. It didn't look cartoonish fast, but it was fast still. The first drop is great. Another 90 degrees drop like El Loco. And this, I don't know if that's in the version or not. I know most people consider it a dive loop, but I'm not really sure. And then I get thrown out of my seat everywhere. That airtime moment is great. If I would say one thing, it is short. I think I would prefer Jersey Double or Wonder Woman Golden Lasso or Flight of Courage at Magic Mountain, but then you hit the mid-course break run and the ride on Wonder Woman Golden Lasso Coaster. This is where we hit the elite rides. This used to be my number 1 coaster, Powder Keg at Silver Dollar City, baby. This ride is too great. I don't know why. I was shocked going on. This was my first big thrill ride. First thrill coaster ever. I got a decent kick out of it. I got 3 rides on it. The launch is too powerful. I like the first part where you go onto this track moving thing. I don't know what it's called, but SNS. Make more of these air launch coasters, please. These launches are great. I wish I could get on Maxforce or Dunna Dumpa. But yeah. So the launch, I would say it's a little weaker because there's like a thing telling you when you're going to go. I would say it would be better if you didn't know when it was going to come. But then you launch and the launch is still great. That's one of the best airtime moments ever. And then that's another great airtime moment right there. 2 back-to-back. That's another great airtime moment. But then you get hanged. And then after that, you can get another great airtime moment. That's another great airtime moment. And then you go into some twists and turns. This is actually the old Buzzsaw Falls part of the track, which is interesting. That's not the end of the ride, but yeah. There's another part. But this is where we get into the top 2 coasters. This is Steel Eel at SeaWorld San Antonio, the 3rd coaster to make the list. You see Wavebreaker, hello. The first drop is great. This airtime moment is even better. It's better than Powder Keg's first still. That's another good airtime moment. And then this is a another good drop. And then because of how high the mid-course brake run is, you actually get airtime on those final hills. Unlike Mamba or Steel Force or whatever, you actually get airtime on these hills from what I've heard. And you do get airtime because I've actually ridden this one. But you don't get airtime on Mamba, Steel Force, or Wild Thing. So, and then these airtime hills are all equally great. Stand up airtime. I've never experienced that before in my life. And then you roll into the final breaks, ending the ride on Steel Eel. Coming in at our number 1 spot, it's Iron Rattler at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. Da, 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 da. Alright, this ride is too great. It's great. I know I've said that a lot in this video, but all these rides are all great in their own ways. This one is just the funnest run. The one with the most airtime hills. The one with the best drop, by the way. The lift was great. And then that's a great airtime moment. And then that's my first one of those or hang time moments, I don't know. But then that drop is great. And then you go into a 0G roll, which is insane. And then people knock the ride for this, but I really don't. You still get airtime there. You get hang time there. And then you get hang time there. And then you turn around, which is nice breather. You do a little pre-drop, and then you go into the best airtime moment in the world. That drop off the quarry wall. Then you go in the quarry wall, which is insane. And then you roll into the mid-course break one. That's that end of the ride. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to make more videos on this channel. I'll see you guys in another video. Goodbye.